Baxter!
Huh?
Baxter, come to me! And
What's a Baxter?
And you hear and a crystalline griffin just lands right there in the large hallway. This hallway looks like a ballroom in any other building. It is, and it's just a hallway. It is like there's doors on all sides, and the doors are like 15 feet high, inlaid with gold, lots of silver everywhere. The lanterns that hang on the wall have different like strobing fire colors that change. And there's a fireplace in this fucking hallway. Like it is obscene. And the windows that sit on the other side, massive windows that it's basically like you're looking out a huge screen that stretches from the bottom to the top of this place, and this place has probably like 30-foot high walls.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see as you look out as you look out those windows, you can see like it almost looks like a preserve of some sort, like a wildlife preserve. You see strange animals and creatures that you've never seen before, and you see some changelings out there, like kind of wrangling them and keeping them safe. And as he calls Baxter, this crystalline griffin lands with a diamond sharp pointed beak and eyes that have like there's just like this burning intensity to them. Like you can look into them and you can see flames dancing in its eyes that are reflective of apparently nothing.
God. Wow, that is the most shiny and beautiful thing you have. Wow. Baxter looks great.
Indeed.
This will do.
All right. Baxter, what would you like him to do?
I want Baxter to hold the heart in his beak.
Baxter?
Baxter, here. And I hold the heart up until it clamps.
Yeah, and it just
very
gently clamps down against it.
Okay, now Baxter, can you lean down and then turn your head so I can see through your head and look at the heart?
And it does so.
And so, like, I want to position it so there's the balefire, the heart, the crystal, me. And so I'm like, a little lower, a little lower. All right. And what I'm going to try to do is see the thread. And I'm going to use my first level soothsay.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've done this one.
Yeah, all right.
So for this one, the realm determines what the omen is about, usually fair or actor, although it's certainly possible to conjure an omen about a place or object. The more successes rolled, the deeper the omen may hint to the truth of the subject. It's always up to interpretation.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see. Do our cantrip math.
Yeah, I'm doing cantrip math.
That's okay.
So,
paper.
You have 2 in prop.
Yes, I have 2 in prop. So what's the difference?
You will have to spend 1 glamour. Your difficulty as of just what you need to do the cantrip is currently at 11.
Even within a...
now, I haven't taken that into account yet. So
okay, so 1 glamour...
Currently sitting at 11.
So
now let me look at the things that work to your
hold.
benefit. Cantrip cast in a freehold, -1. You're sitting at 10.
Okay.
Do you have a bunk?
I figured that was my bunk. The griffin.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good bunk. So, well, not in a freehold. I'll give it
a freehold?
I'll give it a minus. I'll give it a -1. So you're at 9. It's not your affinity realm. It's not being done to a mortal or canine. And you can lower it again by voluntarily replacing 3 of your dice with nightmare dice.
God knows I've done a lot of that recently. We're going to go 8, and so then we're going to do 3 nightmare dice. So, and my roll...
Your roll is going to be 2 plus... it's going to be... so you're using...
it's the total in Soothsay, which is 2.
2 plus the lowest realm involved, prop. So 2 plus 2, 4.
All right. Come on, Eddie. First roll of the game.
Here we go.
There was one that was a 9.
Was it a 10, though?
No, it was not a 10.
If it wasn't a 10, then...
Okay. So 1 success. And so for 1 success, let's see how vague it is. The seer may seek 1 clue about the immediate plan of the target or near future of an object.
Okay.
So I just get one. I just get like 1 glimpse instead of like
glimpse into the nature
or
of
future of the object.
Into the future of the object.
It could be either. It depends on you.
Okay.
Because you're allowed to be as loosey-goosey and vague as you'd like.
As I like. And so, as you peer into it, there is a feeling of dread overtakes you. A dread that, not unlike the dread you felt when you first saw it in your living room or in your kitchen. Just in place, you feel that you feel that just sense of discomfort, that sense of wrongness to this. It feels slightly malevolent in nature.
I finish looking. I'm squinting. I'm searching through the head of the griffin, peering around it, peering through it, and looking at the heart. It's just bad. And that's all I can see.
There is a thread of there is something else about it. That while you mostly feel a malevolence from it, there is also a feeling of it's not doing what it should be doing.
It's, I guess, out of place. It's not where it's supposed to be. I don't know. Thank you, Griffin. Here, I'll take it back.
It drops it and
you're so lovely.
And looks down at you with its fiery eyes and
I want to touch my tiny little hand to its beak. You're so beautiful. Oh, wow.
And then it sort of turns to Tierson and he gives it a dismissive sort of like, you've done well. Gives it a treat.
I don't know, Lord Tierson. I guess I'll just have to do more investigating, but it'll have to wait. I'm going to be starting my job soon.
Your job?
Yes, I was punished with work.
How horrible.
Yeah.
Those monsters. And they make you leave your freehold?
Well, I leave my freehold every day. I don't live at my freehold. I live at my house.
Why not? It is open to you.
I suppose...
Are the conditions not well enough?
No, the conditions are lovely. It's just I have a house. I can't really leave it.
I'm not sure I follow.
It's complicated, mundane things.
Ah, I see. Yes, there are times where I think about the things you all must experience, being so actively involved in your mundane comings and goings, and then I get just a little envious.
Really?
But then you tell me things like that, and I know that I make the right choice.
You know what, Lord Tierson? I think you are making the right choice. Being cloistered up in here, you're free from the worry.
I never want for glamour. It is always here, and Speaking of which, there is the matter of your tithe.
Oh, yes.
This is something we should probably begin discussing. You've done a fine job of protecting and acting as custodian for the Point Avalon freehold. And incidentally, as custodian, if you feel like you wish to name it, give it something with a little more oomph than the beach shack or the Point Avalon freehold, which we have referred to it up until now, that is within your right. However, if it is your... now that it has been shown that you can properly care for it, that you can properly tend to the balefire, certain things will become expected of you, certain responsibilities. Among those is your tithe.
How big is it?
Well,
it's like a tax, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
There's an expectation that any operating freehold can pull in at least some glamour within 1 month's time, and we would expect to receive an amount of that.
How much? A lot? I don't think there's going to be a lot in the winter.
It would be the equivalent of about 5 glamour.
Hoy vey.
Now, you don't have to gather this all on your own. You have your motley, and I would be willing to consider staffing the place.
Staffing?
Yes, with some of the local chimera or willing and able changelings that you deem capable of doing so.
I need someone who can watch it while I'm gone.
Well, that seems that...
Everyone in my motley has jobs and other things, but maybe a loyal chimera would be able to stay there more often, and that would be so much help.
Well, there are certainly some changelings within the city that would probably be willing to stay there if you could help them financially. Or, as I said, they could just stay there. And I understand that finding shelter is one of the primary expenses that a mundane would expect to pay.
Yeah.
And so, in exchange for the work that they do, maintaining the freehold, harvesting glamour, keeping the balefire secure, you could allow them to stay.
Okay. Well, I suppose give me some resumes, or however that works.
Collect your own.
Do I just ask?
You've met a bevy of you've met a bevy of locals by this point.
I mean,
there are any one of them that you could ask. I trust you. I trust you to make the right decision regarding your household.
Thank you. I take the responsibility very seriously.
Good.
And I'll figure it out.
I would ask around. See if anybody's interested. Might be worth looking into. And so, yeah, this chronicle, you will actually be expected to uphold your freehold. Your lord, that comes with responsibility. And so, the Point Avalon freehold is unquestionably Adelaide's.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's
here to contest me.
Nobody would contest it.
The uncontested lady of the Point Avalon freehold.
And so, if you want to come up with a name for it on your time,
my naming skills are gutter level.
You know some people whose are better.
Hey, put in the comments below what you think a fun name might be. You guys might have something better than I do.
Well, if our release schedule is what we expect it to be, we will, in all likelihood, already have a name and probably have taped 3 episodes by the time you're seeing this.
Who knows?
So yeah, you'll be expected to staff, and you'll be expected to help those who, if somebody's deciding to stay at the Freehold, they will bring. Every character has their own baggage. Every character has their own relationships, and there is an amount of management to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and considering that I am actually going to be losing one of my Motley soon, hey guys, there's a free spot.
There is a spot open on
I'm
your
looking
Motley.
for seasonal work.
Yeah, that will leave that leaves the Motley down to just you, Sid and Lily.
It's just the 3 of us.
Yeah, and of course Will is still part of your Motley.
Of course, but he's
he's not
work,
around.
And
he's collecting that glamour. And
he's out there on the road scaring kids with magic tricks.
Mm-hmm.
The fun stuff.
Yeah.
So she puts the lid back on the heart and packs it up. Well.
And one last thing while you're here.
Oh, yes?
Before you leave, I would like to do what I probably ought to have done many months ago.
What?
I would have you take the oath of the Ashit. And
yeah.
I will formally make you my vassal.
Yes, there was just so many things going on. It's completely understandable that we let it...
completely slipped my mind.
Sometimes things happen, especially with you being so busy.
I'll be honest.
You were heartbroken.
No, oh no, I should have had you do this long before Anessa left.
Lord Tierson?
I've been quite lazy about it.
Lord Tierson?
But I have been told by my liege lord that I need to have all of my ducks in a row.
Wait, who's your liege lord?
Oh, my liege lord would be Countess Griva.
Oh, and she's...
of Virginia Beach.
Countess Griva of Virginia Beach. Oh, okay. Well, yes, we can do that if you want, whenever. No? It really depends on you.
No, it wouldn't be Virginia Beach. It would be, Richmond.
Richmond Beach?
Yeah. No, just Richmond. Countess Griva of Richmond.
Well, we can do it whenever, if you want to do it now, or...
I think we best do it now, else I might forget again.
Okay.
And so, he reaches over to his scabbard, pulls his sword, holds it to the center of his chest, allowing the blade to jut upward, and he looks at you and says, "In the name of the dreaming, I take you, Luminalux ap Fiona, as my vassal. As the stones, the trees, the grass belong to earth, so do you belong to me, and as one of my house and hearth. I promise to hold you, to guard you, and to keep you. I pledge to honor your service as it deserves, to reward loyalty in kind, and to assure you shelter in times of need and plenty. As the moon to the seas below, so is my will to yours. With these words, I pledge the Ashit to you."
And I sort of like bow a little bit.
Night. You feel the glamour from the pledge kick in, and he immediately puts away his sword and says, "All right, and I believe that will be all."
Wow, that was fast.
Indeed. Indeed.
Oh, okay.
It need not be a grand ceremony.
I mean, I was already working under these assumptions anyway.
I know you were. And now I have pledged that. I have pledged that upon you. I have taken you on as my vassal formally, and you can go now.
All right. Let me go collect my officer.
Of course.
Sort of go out, clutching my bag. Jeeves, where's the officer?
He is sitting in the foyer still, my lady.
Well, you have a lovely afternoon.
And you as well.
Okay. And
So,
go to collect him.
head out.
Howdy, howdy.
All done?
Yeah?
What was that screeching?
Oh, it was the Crystal Griffin.
Oh, of course it was. All right. And so, he gets up and
I guess.
takes you outside. Where to now? You want to go get lunch? Dinner? Dinner? As the case may be. It's about 3 o'clock.
I guess we can have a little date before I go home. I couldn't find out anything.
About the...
Hard.
Oh, I see. Well...
It's just ominous and out of place and weird. And I don't know. Oh well. I guess I'll just put it in my hope chest and forget about it for a little bit.
Might not hurt to ask other people. I don't know. I don't know what they know.
Maybe Sid knows something. Sid's full of knowledge. Or maybe Billiam.
Cut to Sid. I don't know what it is. Never seen it.
Do you know anyone who might know who it is?
Maybe Will.
Let's go see Will.
Cut to Will, who is packing things away in his trailer, still getting ready to leave. He looks over. Adelaide,
Yeah?
that scares the shit out of me.
You feel it too?
No. You
What?
just presented a green heart to me.
Oh.
That is what scares the shit out of me.
Oh. Well, I mean, chin up. It's gonna be okay.
I know. You should work on your presentation.
My presentation? I just whipped it out.
I know you did.
Should I not whip it out?
Perhaps you should prepare the person a little bit more for when you pull out viscera and present it to them.
Okay, in the future, I'll say, hey, I'm pulling out a heart, and I pull out the heart.
That sounds like a good way to go about
Okay, but you don't know anything about this heart.
No, I
say
don't.
I keep pushing it under his nose.
Please don't. Adelaide. Adelaide. No.
Does nobody know a thing about this heart? I raise it above my head in frustration.
Let's not scream that.
Does nobody know what to do with this heart? And I look around.
I don't know, maybe Sid knows.
I already asked Sid. Sid doesn't know.
What about Lily?
You think Lily would know?
No.
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think she
That's why
would.
I don't want to harass her about it.
Yeah. You know, Cardis might know something.
You think? Well,
He'd either know a lot about it or nothing.
you know, but it wouldn't hurt to ask.
No.
All right.
Adelaide, we gotta go. I gotta drop you off. I've been gone for a little longer than I said I was going to be.
Okay.
And I really can't drive you over to the other side of town on top of it. Might just have to shelf this one for another day.
Okay. I have Cardis's phone number.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Alright. I guess you can take me home. I'm gonna see what Cardis is up to. And see if he knows anything about a heart that's green and filled with ichor.
All right.
Let's go. And I get in the car. Hey.
William.
Bye, Will.
Pig.
He coughed just now. You didn't hear anything. William sometimes gets things stuck in his nose holes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Yeah.
Okay. Look,
I'm sorry.
Adelaide, I feel like I'm just... I want to help you. I want to be involved in these different sides of your life, but I feel like I'm hitting a little bit of a wall.
What's the wall?
Your friends hate me.
Oh, they don't hate. Same thing I say about my family. Oh, they don't hate you.
And then there's your family.
They don't hate you.
I don't think they hate me. I think your brother hates me.
My brother hates a lot of people.
Right.
You don't have to feel like you could be perfect and Louis would still find some sort of fault with you.
Okay.
And so, at least in regards to him, there's nothing you could have done. My friends, on the other hand, they're carnies, and that's why they don't like you. But they like you. You're fine.
I know your friends.
They'll grow to like you.
I know your friends from a professional perspective.
I'm so sorry if they cause trouble. They're good people deep down. It's just
I'm sure they are.
I know, like, Lily causes a lot of trouble, and so does Will, and Sid's pretty put together. He doesn't cause trouble, but, like, I know the other two,
I'm certain he sells drugs out of his shack.
Sid? Sid would never.
I'm pretty sure he sells drugs out of his shack.
I refuse to believe that.
All right.
I'm offended that you would even suggest.
Ask him next time.
Okay, I'll ask. But please don't feel like...
It's just... there's...
Not a lot of approval.
There's that, and then there's this other side to you that I can only have the barest, smallest way to relate to. And that's because I can see it. But I'm not the same. And I you might know more about these things than I do, but how often do you see these kinds of relationships flourish between your kind and mine?
Well, let me think. I mean, I don't personally know any, but there's a lot of changelings that I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the ones that I'm very close to are really rough and tumble, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. And I know that the ones that I have seen, they were bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's always how it is.
Yeah. I'm concerned, and I shouldn't be taking it out like this. I worry a little bit, and I just don't want my small worries to grow into big worries without me having addressed them at all to you.
There's a lot of things that I won't have the answer to, and there's a lot of reasons for that. One, you're the only boyfriend I've ever had ever. Ever.
Right.
And so, there's some things that I don't know, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can be patient with you in that regard.
Yeah, and I can't make any sort of promises that I can keep you out of unmundane things.
And I wouldn't want you to.
I couldn't.
I see them, they're there, but I feel like it feels kind of like when I look at all of this stuff around me that I can see, but that I can't really interact with. It's like I'm looking through a snow globe.
Yeah.
And I see you and all of your friends and all of the things that you do and you say, and this magic, and it's beautiful and amazing. And I just feel like I wonder what my part in that is. Because I'm looking at a snow globe and I'm not in it.
I'm gonna have to sleep on that.
That's fair.
I don't have a direct answer for it. But maybe I will.
Sure.
after some time.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not something that I expect you to be able to answer off the top of your head or immediately. It's just a concern that I have.
It's a fair concern. It's probably pretty disorientating.
Yeah.
Well,
I had no idea that my home was so infested.
What's in your home?
Oh.
I've never been to your house. What's in there?
Well, my apartment is, it's not very big, but in the hallways I see shadow people.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Don't worry, they will do you no harm.
no, I don't think they will, but sometimes when I stare too long, they stare back at me.
They're aware of you, sometimes. I say very ominously.
Yeah. And so that freaked me out a little bit at first. I think I'm getting used to them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I can bring some things over to brighten it up. Yeah, and then I can see your house.
Right. Okay. Like I said, it's not very impressive. It's certainly not as nice as your home.
Okay.
But yeah,
We'll make a date.
when your ankle bracelet comes off.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. And so at that point, you pull into your house, and,
Okay.
and it's just like, all right, well,
Have a good night.
you too.
I lean over and I give him a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. Have a good night.
You too, Adelaide.